together and you're starting to really evolve as a fighter. Can you talk about, you've been out of the cage for just over a year, just how you've progressed?
The last year, maybe year and a half, I've been focusing a lot more on striking. It's been all striking for me almost now, compared to before, where I was only working on, or more working on grappling than striking, and now it's gone the other way. And I think that's kind of how it goes with fighters sometimes. You know, when I started, I was a striker and I didn't know how to grapple, and then after a while, when I started grappling a little bit, I just fell in love with it, because I guess I wasn't that good at it, and I felt I needed to work on that. And now it's changed again, and I'm really finding myself in the striking aspect.
This pressure comes with being unbeaten at this level of MMA. Feel it?
Well, if you think about it too much, you will feel it. You know, I don't really focus on that. That's not something I need to be looking at. To be honest, I look at what I need to be training and what's next for me. You know.
In terms of preparing for Omari, what did you work on specifically for his style of fight?
I never go specific for an opponent. To be honest, it's more I work on what I feel is next for me to work on. What's the next thing in my game that I want to work on, and I think that's needed. So I know Omari is a very he's a very explosive fighter. He's very much weight behind his hands, and he swing wild, and he has awkward timing. And I know all these things, you know, and I'm just a little bit aware of them, and then I just work on my own thing.
Lots of fighters during rehab actually put on weight by doing lots of new exercises and training. Has your body changed any since your knee surgery?
I don't think so. I don't think my body's changed at all after the surgery. I think the only thing that might have involved is my my hands, my back towards striking, because I've been doing a lot more striking, and those who train with me have been telling me that I look a little bit different, maybe a little bit more cut or bigger at the upper body from all these punches. But to be honest, I feel like myself.
Do you still think you're a small welterweight? Is that something you even think about?
I don't really think too much about that, but I hear it quite often that I should drop down to lightweight, but I like food, man. I like to eat, and I enjoy it, and enjoy other things in life than being the bigger opponent. And it's never been a problem for me either. I don't think it's as big of a problem as people think, you know. It's there, and it's something to deal with, and you got to learn how to deal with it. That's what it is.
You made some comments the other day about now GSP's gone, that might open things up and maybe being more advantageous for yourself. Where is that coming from? Are you starting to look ahead a little bit, or what are your thoughts on the division and your place in it?
Well, I definitely see now that GSP is out, that the top guys are easier to reach. Because before it was kind of him right up there, and then a bunch of other guys, going at him. But now he's gone, and it's a little bit more open. So I think the title is easier to reach. So I'm very looking forward to meeting somebody at the top 10.
Yeah, style-wise, did you consider him one of your more difficult matchups when you imagine how that would go because of his all-around game, or there's some guys that you think might be a better matchup for you, like some of the wrestlers or the heavy strikers?
You mean GSP?
Yeah.
Well, me and George have trained together in the past, and he's obviously very, very good and amazing skill set all around, and he'd be a tough fight to anyone. And there's many guys there now that are really, really good. And to be honest with you, I would like to fight all of them. There's no particular one that I want to pick. Whoever comes, I'll be happy.
Okay, and last question about GSP. I know you mentioned you've trained a bit together, but if he were to come back, you'd have no problems fighting him. You don't consider him a teammate or that close of a training partner?
Well, we just trained together a few times, and if he comes back, then we'll see what happens,